Hey guys, this is Chris slash Montivaca, and this is my day two status update for the F This Game Jam. Today, I just want to quickly go through what I got done today, as well as what I kind of plan to do for tomorrow, and just show you guys what the status is of this game. I've largely today focused on getting some of the back end stuff coded. I had that markup that I showed you guys yesterday. Today was just largely porting that into, not even really porting, writing all that from scratch for the Unity and C Sharp system that Unity uses, and trying to attempting to possibly make it more efficient. I actually spent a lot of today just relearning how to use Unity and C Sharp. It's been a little while since I've actually touched either of them, and there's a lot of their eccentricities that I completely forgot about today, and was just relearning that stuff today. Especially like C Sharp's string variable starts with a lowercase s, whereas Java, the programming language that I normally use, starts with a uppercase s. And I was doing that all day and had to, every single time I wrote a string, run it, get an error, come back, be like, oh, I'm such an idiot, and change it. And that adds up after a while. That was really annoying. As well as I might not have figured out how to do this. I didn't have to take the time to research. I guess C Sharp's array list variables don't allow you to specify a generic type. With which, if that's true, that's really dumb, because it's so annoying to have to cast anything that you pull out of an array list every single time you pull something out of an array list. But anyway, that's stupid minutia. Let's actually get in and show you what I actually did today. So just up front, this is not what the game is going to look like. This was largely just a screen that I created so that I could test the back end interactions that I coded today. And also to kind of learn a few things, relearn a few things about the Unity engine, as well as this 2D framework that I'm developing in. I got this little sprite over here. Again, this is not what I'm going to be using for the guys eventually, but kind of gives you an idea of what I'm thinking. I'm trying to go stylized rather than realistic. Don't. Um, yeah, this probably is going to change eventually. I also spent a decent chunk of today figuring out how to do the text sprites for Othello. Yeah, that took me longer than it really should have, but I've got a good handle on it now, so I can use those now. So on the screen, if we've got a number of buttons here to do a number of different actions. So if we hit next, we can start cycling through a different bunch of different wrestlers, randomly generated wrestlers. I think there's about 10, and these are all available for us to hire. So we can look through, and if you notice as we go through, the sprite on the left changes shape and size a little bit depending on actually the height and weight of the randomized wrestler. Um, I think it's pretty cool because I really want to do more with this once I actually get further into programming, but programming this game. But I think the effect so far is okay. I mean, it's definitely something. What I really wanted to do is if we can even pull one up, but yeah, like this guy. See, he's pretty short. He's also really really fat. I would really like to do some comparisons between the height and the weight, and then kind of throw each wrestler into a kind of body class type thing, so that I could swap out the sprites for their general body shape, their morphology or whatever. For like this guy would probably be an extremely fat person, either that or one of those extremely like buff bodybuilders. And then I think there's one in here like this guy is probably pretty lanky, etc. There's a bunch of different like a number of different like shapes that I could do, and that's on the list of things to look at probably tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, so once we found one that we want to hire, let's pick one with a decent name. Kuba Kaden. That sounds kind of cool. We can click the attempt to hire button and we can make the guy an offer. 50,000 usually is a good offer for these starting guys. The minimum amount that they'll take is calculated based on a few different parameters. Usually their fame, their training, their confidence, and their mic skills. Yeah, most of these, if I remember correctly, when I was testing, top out around like 35,000 a year when you first hire them here. And you're hiring them for a 2-year contract, so it'll expire, and then you'll have to quote unquote renegotiate. So let's hire another one real quick. Cal Cicero, that sounds cool. Hire this guy. Okay, so now we've hired them. If we go back through it, the guys no longer appear in the available list because they're already hired. And so if we want to actually look at them, I've got this button over here, so we can just a swap button. Again, this UI is not designed for the game. This was designed for me testing. If we hit swap, we can now cycle through the guys we hired. So we got Kuba Kaden and Cal Cicero. So now that we've got some guys on our payroll, let's tell them to do some stuff. We can click activity, and we're going to send Kuba Kaden to some acting classes. We're also going to ask him to go to some training, and we'll have him put in some public appearances for promotion. Okay, so now that we've had a few activities assigned to him, we could try to assign some to him, to Cal Cicero at the moment, but I actually haven't had it coded for anybody other than the first guy you hire. So we'll just stick with the first guy I hired. We can go down here and hit end day, and when that happens, our day ticker advances. Money is taken out for any activities that we were running for today, and the back end has modified this wrestler. It hasn't shown up on the front end yet because I didn't code that yet, but if we hit next, here we can just kind of take a look at what we've got here, yada yada yada. We hit next and then come back, we can see that some of the values of him have changed. Like his current endurance has gone down, while his total endurance went up. That was from training. He has gotten stronger and etc., but is more tired. And when this gets down low enough, it'll affect the happiness of the wrestler, etc., etc. And I think his fame went up a little bit, as well as his mic skills, and I think his confidence as well. And yeah, so we can go on and do some more of those each day and kind of level this guy up, and take some money out. The other thing that this ticker does is if we get to day 7, you notice that money has come out. That's the salary for our wrestlers. It calculates for each guy and pays out on a weekly salary. So we have to keep an eye on that. Currently, I don't have anything programmed to actually get money back, so hopefully I'm gonna work on trying to get the events and the story stuff in tomorrow. At least the back end stuff. We'll see. I'm still working out in my head exactly how that stuff is gonna work. But yeah, the only other thing to show you guys, I did mess around a little bit with moving the sprite around, which doesn't really mean anything, but if we change it, and he just flies off the screen. But yeah, so that's basically it, you guys. Gonna work some more on it tonight, and then start fresh tomorrow. Hopefully have some updates for you tomorrow. Okay, thanks guys.